When I ask photographer what's the number one thing that's holding them back in improving their photography, it's not settings, it's not composition or anything else that you would expect. Instead, it's finding time to pursue their passion for photography. So welcome back, my friends. I hope you're doing great, and grab yourself a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage and let's talk about how you can find more time for photography. So it's not going to be as much about photography itself, but more on dealing with the obstacles that is actually holding you back. Now, you can say that this advice that comes from my own experience is like applicable to all kinds of photography and even beyond that. But I'm a wildlife photographer and I have a passion for wildlife photography. I want to enjoy as much as possible. And if you're also here because you love wildlife photography, you might want to stick around, as I have a whole lot of videos that'll help you improve your wildlife photography coming up. Anyway, that aside, let's look at the core issue here. On one side, we have a passion, something we want to do more of, something we want to make a relevant part of our life, something that brings us enjoyment. And then on the other side, we have obstacles and excuses. More often than not, people find that they don't have time for their passion project. And in a way, it makes us a little bit, or at least it makes me a little bit sad when I go through a day or a week or a month without doing something that I really love. When we don't spend time doing things we love and areas where we really want to improve, if we don't spend the time, we can't expect to improve at the same time. Let's look at what we can actually do. And by the way, if I'm going to share my ideas or what I've experienced helps, but if you have any ideas yourself, please feel free to share them. I want this to be a conversation and not a monologue. So please feel free to help other photographers spend more time on their passion, on doing what they love. So here's what I do and what I've done in the past to find more time. First of all, if we don't make photography our priority, then we can't actually expect to find more time. And why not make it a priority? It's crucial for our well-being. I think that many have it like this. So, and if we don't spend time doing what we love or with our passion, then we get frustrated, we feel disconnected from our feelings and creativity, and every day becomes just like a robot. So it's really important to prioritize. Let's become a little more specific. Say to yourself, tomorrow morning, I'll wake up and I'll go to this specific place to capture this specific thing. Just make it really specific, because this makes it so much easier to commit yourself. If you say, oh, I want to do more wildlife, then you may have energy, but you cannot really direct it to something unless you become really specific about it. Tomorrow, I want to go down to the lake to capture some great shots of grebes or ducks or whatever. Or I'll go to the forest and try to see if I can find some deer to photograph. Be very specific. Timing, when you want to get up, and where you will go. And this also makes it much easier to get up in the morning instead of just hitting the snooze button, because you know exactly what you want to do. You know, it's not hard to get up for work, is it? Because you know exactly what you have to do. Maybe it's a little bit hard sometimes, but I think you get the point. The more specific you are, the easier it is. Like, most of us have like a family life that is also taking some of our time, and that's beautiful, but we still want to keep or get some time to doing the things that, like, it can be a pause for someone to like go out and do something for themselves, and it's important. But you need to get your family in on the idea that you spend time on wildlife. That it could be a weekly evening where you go out, like Wednesday evening, no matter what, I'm going out to capture wildlife, or Saturday morning, or whatever. Make clear rules and enjoy the time, and you'll come back with even more energy, or like being excited again. And this will also benefit your family in that way. And the next thing is cut away things that doesn't align with your passion. I don't know about you, but are you passionate about watching TV? Maybe you are. I'm not. I don't even have a TV. We do have a computer with streaming services, so it's not like I'm some kind of purist. What do you call it? I don't know. A TV eats up a lot of your time. I think on average, people watch like 2 or 3 hours of TV every day. And if it's not part of our passion, then why not spend it on that instead? Take a walk with your family or go out on your own if you have that possibility, and you'll have so much more time. Also, doing the dishes don't necessarily have priority over getting out, capturing stunning shots. Emails, your inbox is just another person's to-do list. We don't always have to follow what other people think are important. One of the things that's really helped me is just skipping sleeping late in the weekends, because you have beautiful lights both Saturday and Sunday morning. Of course, sometimes the weather isn't right, but if you think like this, 52 weekends, you get 2 opportunities. So that's 104 mornings of shooting. So actually, that's more than enough for most of us to get the kind of images that we really want to, or at least feel connected with our passion projects, which in this case is photography. Now, if you're full-time employed, then it can be a real struggle as well, because work takes up a whole lot of your time. But if you work a few extra hours, then you can save up the hours to get a day off at some point and make that count. Go to a deer park or whatever. Wildlife photography is challenging, and it's also time consuming. You might feel that if you come home empty-handed, it's like a waste of time. I had that feeling, and sometimes I still do if I woke up at 5 and come home at 9 and with not a single shot worth keeping. So until you have the time to really put energy in waiting in a hide for hours, you might want to take a little different approach. And that's where you go to like a park or a nature reserve, where you're most certainly going to meet wildlife. I know it's not completely in the wild, and you don't get that same thrill or adrenaline rush when you see a deer in a deer park as you get in the forest, but you get to spend time with animals and feel that connection with nature that we're all part of. Anyway, I hope that helps. Please share your own solutions for finding more time for photography. Another obstacle is finding money to buy gear, and that's actually what this video up here is about. So check it out if that's something you want to know my thoughts about. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Take care and see you in the next video.